I stared out the window and I could not get myself out of bed. So I called Edd Edwards. He's been studied by medical science for 26 years for being able to transmit such huge amounts of energy that it can boost your immune system and it can be healing. Now, you get to do this in this video. You might not believe it. It might sound impossible. You might feel something, you might not feel something, you might feel something tomorrow. Sound weird and crazy. It could be fun, but I think it's worth a try because we all need our immune systems boosted at this time. So here goes.
Oh, we don't plug me in. Did I mess something up?
Something crashed in the system.
I crashed the system. Oh. Sorry about that, Doc. Hi, I'm Edd Edwards. Edd spelled with 2 D's, E-D-D, Edwards. Ever since a young kid, I've been able to manipulate and control the higher energies in my brain. My brain, according to these scientists, are like whole brained. It's not considered right brain or left brain, it's whole brain. Everybody else's brains is operating in one state of consciousness at a time, primarily alpha. My brain's operating from alpha to theta all the time. Part of my brain's in alpha, another part's in beta, another part's in delta, another part's in theta, and it's constantly moving around in there. It's never staying in a fixed position. When I got to be about 33, there was this old man by the name of William C. Levingood on 2020 with Dan Rather, where they were talking about this equipment called the Charge Density Pulse Recorder. This here is the very first data run took on me. The big lines are me. The tiny lines are other people, control subjects. So that was the start of a 14-year study. I can generate an intense electrical field in my hand strong enough to go clean through people's shoes and cause the nerve endings that are damaged, the neuropathy nerve endings that are damaged in people's feet to heal themselves and reconnect in about 4 minutes to where the feet will go back to normal. I also work with stroke patients that are all seized up, paralyzed. Once I start feeding the energy backwards in a paralyzed limb, the paralyzed fingers and stuff will start coming loose.
How do you do that?
I control the magnetic fields on the left and right side of my brain. If I pull one side or if I pull to the other side, and then I can focus that energy outward and cause people to pull left and right.
And then I just felt like a surge of energy, like in my forehead. I feel like, you know, those vaudeville things where somebody just takes a cane and pulls you off screen. Wow.
I mess up instrumentation in an airplane, so I drive everywhere. Since the beginning of the year, I've driven probably, let me get over here a second. Probably driven about 26 or 30,000 miles. Started off down here in Florida and came to Georgia, then to New York City, then back to Georgia, back to South Florida, then back up to Georgia, to UVA, then back to New York City, then hooked up with Gino, and then followed him all the way out to Albuquerque, Mexico by way of Georgia, and then from there back to Florida, then back to Georgia, then back to New York City, and then back to Florida through Georgia, here where I'm at now. Everybody that's watching this video, stand up. Okay? Now I'm just going to go ahead and start doing something, and I'm using the quantum field that I'm merging my brain resonant frequency with, and I'm going to plant a signal in the quantum universe that is linked to this video. There's an audio signal below the hearing or the level of human hearing being implanted into this audio through my audio here that'll trigger your brains in the future to lock on to the quantum universe. So here we go. I'm going to start resonating up. And I can tell what's happening to those that are standing in the room here watching it. They're feeling it. I'm not giving any power suggestions, but you should be starting to wobble around. Okay, now I'll crank it up there, set up a DC negative field, and pull everybody forwards. Now I'll reverse the field and push. So everybody out there in the future should be feeling a little bit pushing you backwards. Okay, now I'll let off. Now I'm going to take you sideways. Everybody there standing up, have your feet close together. Real close. Now I'm going to pull you to your right. Here we go. Well, I'm pulling everybody to their right out there in the future. Now I'll let off. Now I'll pull you to your left. Always fun to watch the cameramen and the camera ladies leaning. That's pulling you to your left. Now I'll let off. Now I'll pull you forwards. And this energy, when I run it on people that's hurting, it causes their healing systems to kick in and fix the hurt. Okay, I'll let off, now I'll push. Okay, there you go. That's just a simple little demonstration. Have fun with that.